Okay, tell me, are the voice and screen clear? All okay? Just tell me why. Yan. Good. Fine. Let everyone join. Okay. We were discussing something like this. If masses are equal and collision is elastic, velocities are interchanged. Okay. So let's say initially we have one molecule with the speed equal to 3, one molecule with the speed equal to 5. After collision, again we will be having one molecule with the speed equal to 3 and with the velocity equal to 5. So as a gas, nothing is being changed. So collisions of gas molecules. Try to listen to this carefully. Collisions of gas molecules with themselves do not contribute to any kind of pressure. Do not contribute to any kind of pressure because as a gas, nothing is being changed. Just give me a second. Okay. So is this point? Is this statement clear to all of you? The statement is something like this: when the collisions are elastic and the masses are equal, velocities get interchanged. So the molecules of as a gas, the molecules when collide with themselves as a gas, nothing is being changed. Gas मध्ये as such काही change होत नाही. Nothing is being changed. Okay, no force transfers are involved. Okay, as such as a gas वरती कुठलाही फोर्स आलेला नाहीये आणि गॅसनेही कुणावरती फोर्स लावलेला नाहीये. हे सगळं गॅसच्या आत चाललेलं आहे. Gas as a system, the molecules of the gas when they collide with themselves as a gas, nothing is being changed. Okay, so gas वरती कुठलाही एक्सटर्नल फोर्स नाही आला आणि गॅसने दुसऱ्या कोणावरती फोर्स लावलेला नाहीये. Okay, this is not that difficult. Okay, fine. So now the second thing remains. The second thing is collisions of gas molecules with the walls of the container, because gas molecules collide with themselves as well as with the walls of the container. Okay sir, fine. Now see, this molecule with the speed equal to c1 is moving with the speed equal to c1x, is moving along the x direction with the speed or the velocity equal to c1x, and it is going to hit which surface? It is going to hit which surface? P Q R S. It is going to hit the PQRS surface. Now when it hits the surface PQRS, it will bounce back. It will bounce back. Okay, so let's say there is one wall like this. Now wall means the object which has very large mass. When you have an object with the very large mass and there is one small mass, let's say one small ball is there, and let's say this ball hits the wall, then let's say the ball hits the wall with the speed equal to 5 or with the velocity equal to 5, it will bounce back with what speed? It will bounce back with what speed? This mass is very heavy. This mass is very heavy. This hits the very heavy mass with the speed equal to 5, so it will bounce back with what speed? Tell me, rules of collision. Correct answer. You're giving the correct answers. Just tell me. It will be what? 5, 10, 0, what? Heavy object. Collision with the heavy object. Mass of the first particle is m1. Mass of the second particle is m2. So m1 is very less than m2. So m2 is very heavy. Okay. Let's say there is one elephant and let's say there is one cockroach. Okay, the cockroach goes and hits the elephant. Elephant will not even identify that someone has hit it. त्याला लक्षात पण येणार नाही. So elephant will keep doing what he was doing. But what will happen to cockroach? It will hit the elephant with the speed equal to 5 and bounce back with the speed equal to 5. That's it. Okay. So what is going to happen? Velocity is going to be reverse in direction. It will remain same in magnitude, but velocity will get reverse in the direction. Are you getting this? For example, collision of car with the train. Collision of car with the train. Train, very heavy mass. After collision, speed of the train, velocity of the train, direction of the train will not change. काही change नाही होणार. काही change नाही होणार. Okay, so heavy objects will keep on doing what they will doing. Changes will happen to only the other object. Now, in this case, the wall is initially stationary. After collision, also it will remain stationary because it is very heavy. Okay, its momentum, its velocity, you cannot change easily. Okay, so when the object hits the stationary heavy particle, its velocity is reversed. Okay, sir, fine. Now, compared with the wall of the container, the molecule of the gas is very sorry, light particle, is very light particle. Okay, its mass is very less. So what will happen after collision with the wall PQRS? What will happen to the velocity of the gas molecule? Okay, let us try to draw it now. Now this is our surface PQRS. Sir, you should have drawn it like this. Try to understand. We will split this derivation into parts. This is surface PQRS. PQRS. On this surface, our particle is going to hit like this. Okay, with the speed equal to what? So C1x. It will bounce back with what speed? C1x. Are you getting this? It will bounce back with the speed equal to what? C1x. Fine. Okay. So when some object hits the heavy object, the object will exert the force on the heavy object and heavy object will exert the force on the light object. There will be action reaction. There will be definitely action reaction. Okay. So kinetic theory says that it is this force of collision which is pushing these faces, this face, this face, this face, the front face, the lower face. Okay, it is this force of collision of molecule with the container wall which is pushing the walls away, or which is pushing the walls simply. या walls ना push करणारा जो काय force आहे. Okay, upward wall is being pushed upward, leftward wall is being pushed leftward, downward wall is being pushed downward, rightward wall is being pushed rightward. Why this push or this force is there? Because of collisions of molecules with the walls of the container. This is the this is the logical thought given by the kinetic theory of gases. It is this collision of molecule which is pushing this wall on the right hand side. Are you getting this? Action on the wall will be on the right hand side and reaction on the molecule will be on the left hand side. So it is this force. Now when the force comes into existence, force we have area, force upon area, we can find out pressure. Are you getting this? Now we are closer to the answer. So online people, tell me, up to this point, is that clear? Are we understanding this, that this particle is going to hit and is simply going to reverse its direction? Now we are very much closer to the pressure, because now we are getting why the force is coming on the walls of the mic problem. Is there any mic problem? Is there any mic problem? एखाद्या केस मध्ये आले असेल for a second, that is okay. If it is continuous, then tell me again. We will fix it. Fine. Now we know that the molecules of the gas molecule exert force on the walls. Molecules of the gas molecules exert force on the walls of the container. Now if the container walls are experiencing force, they must be experiencing pressure. How to find out pressure? Find out the total force on the wall divided by area of the wall. You will get the pressure that will be called as pressure of the gas. Now what remains is mathematics. Logic is clear. Force आला कशामुळे? Because of collision of the molecule with the walls of the container. So write down, draw this diagram, and below that write down the molecules of gas collide with walls of the container. Just keep on writing now. Collide with walls of container. Okay sir, walls of container and exert, draw this diagram and then do this. Collide with the walls of the container and exert force on the walls of the container. Walls of the container, walls of the container resulting into pressure of a gas. याच्यामुळे जे बाळांनो प्रेशर येतं, that is called as pressure of a gas. This is the logic given by the kinetic theory of gases. Okay, these are very wise people. They are thinking logically and trying to explain what is the pressure of the gas. Fine. See, they are trying to combine the collisions and the forces of collisions with the pressure of a gas. Are you getting this? Okay, so they are mixing up the concepts very wisely. Yes, and only because of that the theory is accepted. Okay, it will prove everything right correctly. Everything will be proved correctly on the walls of the container, resulting into pressure of a gas. Fine. Now only the mathematics part remains. Logical part is over. Resulting into pressure of a gas. Fine. All right. Hope all of you have written all these things. Okay. Now let us try to find out the force on the wall by one molecule. Okay. We want to find out force on the wall. Divide by area of the wall. That will give us pressure. Force upon area is pressure. Now let us try to find out force on the wall. Okay. Write down along with me. Force on the wall PQRS. Force on the wall PQRS by first particle. Okay. Force on the wall PQRS by first particle. Fine. Is equal to action reaction na? Is equal to force on the first particle, action equal to reaction. Force on the first particle by wall, action equal to reaction. Force on the wall by the particle is equal to force on the particle by the wall. Action reaction. Okay sir, fine. So let us call that force F1. Okay, but it is right now in which direction, along which dimension we are considering? Along the dimension x. So let us write F1x. Force is rate of change of momentum. Force is rate of change of momentum. Right now we are considering the x direction. So change in momentum of the particle in x direction. Delta Px. Okay, we are considering the x direction, and x direction in the sense the surface is PQRS and the motion of the particle is along the x direction like this. Fine. So change in momentum. How to find out change in momentum? See, here we are writing magnitude. So we have to write final momentum in the x direction minus initial momentum in the x direction. That's a mod. That will be called as magnitude of change in momentum. Okay, momentum is a vector quantity. Okay, you have to always be careful while finding the magnitudes of vector quantity, or rather magnitude of change. Magnitude of change kartana पहिल्यांदा change as a vector you have to always calculate. This is the magnitude of change in momentum. So change in momentum you have to calculate first, which is a vector quantity, and then you have to take magnitude. First find out change in momentum and then take mod. Okay sir, fine. All right. Now what is the final momentum? Sir, in that diagram what we saw is this. C1x initially and finally C1x. So what is the final momentum? Final momentum is mass into final velocity. Mass into final velocity. Final velocity is C1x. C1x, shall I write into minus I cap? Are you getting this? Why final momentum is mass into velocity, but see how the velocity is written, magnitude into direction. What is the direction? It is minus I. Are you getting this? Momentum is a vector quantity. Changing momentum is also vector quantity. Now what is small m? Mass of a single particle. What is small m? We are trying to find out change in momentum of single particle. By finding change in momentum of the single particle, we will get force on the single particle. Force on the single particle is equal to force on the wall by the single particle, because action equal to reaction. मॉलिक्यूल वरचा एका पार्टिकल वरचा फोर्स काढा किंवा वॉल वरचा फोर्स काढा. Okay, ultimately it means the same. Fine, sir. So this is the final momentum of single particle. Okay, first particle you may say. We are doing everything, all of these things for the first particle. We are doing all of these things for first particle. Okay, किंवा इथं आता 1 नाही लिहिलं तरी चालेल, no problem, काही अडचण नाही. Fine. So this is the final momentum minus initial momentum. Momentum is again mass into velocity. So mass of the particle into initial velocity is c1x, into direction is plus I cap. So mass into velocity, its magnitude. This is the change in momentum of the particle divided by the time required. Divided by the time required. Okay, sir, fine. Now, this minus minus ultimately will become common. M will become common. C1x will become common. These two things are same. So shall I write this as minus? Only number same as 2 times m into C1x into I cap. This is the change in momentum. This is the change in momentum divided by delta t. But sir, we have to take magnitude. Magnitude, how to take magnitude? Magnitude of any vector is under root x component square plus y component square plus z component square. Let's say the vector is minus 5 into I cap. What will be the magnitude of this vector? What will be the magnitude of this vector? 5, right? Under root minus 5 square plus x component असा त्याला फक्त y component z component नाही आहे. We know how to take magnitude of a vector. Under root x component square plus y component square. Now sir, it has only x component. It has only x component. Then by या vectorचा magnitude काय असेल? Sir, 2m c1x upon delta t. Try to understand the derivation. Okay, even if you don't remember entire derivation, no problem, because ultimately what matters is the equation. And why we are doing this derivation? So that we can get some insights into the logic. Okay, लोक लॉजिक कसं अप्लाय करतायत ते शिकायचं. डेरिवेशन सगळंच पाठ झालं पाहिजे, नॉट कंपल्सरी. Okay, just find out change in momentum. You know how to find out change in momentum. Write down the final momentum or initial momentum, then get a vector, take its magnitude. Fine. So this is the force by the first particle on the wall. This is the force by the first particle on the wall, or force on the first particle by the wall. Force by the wall म्हणा किंवा force on the wall म्हणा. Ultimately आपल्याला प्रेशर काढायचं आहे. So we will say it as force on the wall. So this is the force on the wall by first particle. Force on the wall by first particle. Force on the wall by first particle. It is this. It is this. Okay. So call this as point number 2. This is the logic number 2. Here we end up with the logic number 2. Okay. So shall I write similarly? Force by the second particle on the wall PQRS. Second particle किती force लावेल सांगा? 2 as it is. Mass of second particle again as it is. Delta t again as it is. Instead of writing x component of velocity of first particle, you have to write x component of velocity of second particle. That's it. So 2 as it is, sir. Small m is mass of single particle into, instead of writing c1x, sir, write c2x divided by delta t. Fine, no problem. Force on the wall by the third particle. All the particles are identical, so they will be having equal masses. divide by delta t, and so on up to force on the wall by the nth particle. Fine. So up to this, online people just reply me clear and written. This is the end of second part of the logic. There should be three. Where? Here. Correct. It means you are observing all the things. Good. Check up to this point. Clear and written. Fine. No problem. Now we are almost close. Almost close. Okay. We are almost close to the answer. Now we can see the destiny, but we cannot see the path. So we have to find the path. We know force upon area is pressure. Now we have all the molecules which are exerted. We have all the forces which are being exerted by all the molecules on the wall PQRS. We have all the forces. Fine. Now write down. Now delta T is equal to time interval between, just keep on writing, between successive, just keep on writing, successive collisions of particle with wall PQRS, with wall PQRS. Delta T is the time interval between the successive collisions of particle with the walls of the collision, walls of the container. Delta T is the time interval between successive collisions of particle with the wall PQRS. Okay. So this is our wall PQRS. This is our wall. Which wall this is? This is our wall PQRS. This is JKLM. Okay, fine. Successive collisions madli time interval kada. Let's say the particle collides here, then moves like this, hits the wall JKLM, again goes back, again hits the wall PQRS. Okay. So this is the journey of the particle between successive collisions with the wall PQRS. Just try to understand. Don't ask why. पहिल्यांदा सगळं समजून घ्यायचा प्रयत्न करा. फॉर्म्युला येऊ दे, नंतर तुम्ही ते डेरिवेशन परत एकदा बघा, and then if you feel anything logically wrong, then try to argue with me. Okay. Initially just try to understand. Initially just try to accept, because the logic, this derivation has multiple levels of logic. Okay. We are splitting the derivation. Okay. We are deliberately splitting the derivation. Okay. If you ask me, I will do this derivation in 3 or 4 steps also. Okay. Skipping all the steps just by writing pressure equal to force upon area, force equal to force by one particle plus two, second particle plus third particle, force by first particle I will replace, and I will just keep on replacing the things till I get the answer. But that logic will not be useful immediately. Okay. So for time being, just keep on accepting the things. Okay. Fine, sir. Now let us try to find out time interval. Very simple. Time required for this journey. Let us try to calculate. What is this speed? We know it is C1x. What is this speed? C1x. What is the speed? Again C1x. Speed is not changing. Direction is changing, but speed is not changing. Yes, no. Speed is not changing, sir. Fine. So this is the distance between this wall and this wall. Yes, no. This is the distance between this wall and this wall. So let us take this distance as L, this distance as L, this distance as L. So now we have a cubical container. Okay, fine. So how much is this distance? Sir, this distance is L. Now you know that time is equal to distance upon speed. Time is equal to distance upon speed. How much time is required for this journey? Plus how much time is required for this journey? Sir, speed is same, distance is same. So this time equal to this time, and total time is equal to delta T. Time required for successive collision with the wall PQRS. इथे एक collision झालं, then the particle reversed, again it collided here, again it came back, again it collided here. So these are the two successive collisions of the particle with the wall PQRS, and time interval of this journey is called as delta t. Fine, no problem. So what is delta t? Time is equal to distance upon speed. So L upon C1x. Now this time is equal to what? This time is equal to what? This time we wrote as distance upon speed. Again distance upon speed. Same distance L. Same speed C1x. Okay sir, fine. So what is that? 2L upon C1x. This is delta T. Here we get third logic. Here we get logic for time interval. First is logic for square of the speed. Second is logic for force on the wall by one particle. Third is the logic for time required, delta t. Three logics done. Online people, tell me, up to this point, is that clear and written? Just reply me when you just write down this. Good. Three logics. Fine. Just try to understand the logics. Okay. Once this derivation gets over, and when you revise this derivation, you will see that all the logics are perfect. Whatever is being done is perfect. समजेल आपल्याला, नंतर समजेल. आता just try to understand the mathematics behind. Fine, sir. Okay. Now, write down along with me. Write down along with me. Now F1x. F1x was what? Force on the wall by first particle. Force on the wall by first particle. It was something like this. Check if it is like this. 2m c1x divided by delta t. So shall I write 2m c1x? Try to understand. What is delta t? Sir, it is 2l divided by c1x. Okay, sir. Fine. Now let me rub this. Now write along with me. Okay. Force is change in momentum upon time. Change in momentum as it is, time as it is. That will become what? Sir, it will become 2m, this c1x square, this c1x in the numerator, divided by 2l. Sir, 2 cancel. Okay, 2 cancel. So this is m c1x upon l. Sorry, m c1x square upon l. This is the force on the wall by first particle. This is the logic number 4. This is the logic number 4. Combining the two logics, we get logic number 4. Logic of change in momentum, logic of time required. Combine them to get force once again. Done. Similarly, now the thing is, you just write similarly. Now you know what I'm going to write. Tell me. Force on the wall by second particle, F2x, will be what? Mass of the second particle. All the particles have same mass, identical particles. C2x square, perfect, divided by L. And similarly, F3x m C3x square upon L up to what? F nth particle m CNX square upon L. Fine, sir, no problem. Just now keep on writing along with me. Is individual forces. Now let us find total force on wall PQRS. Total force on wall PQRS by all particles or all molecules. Particles of the gas are molecules. Assumption is up. What will be that? Sir, that will be very simple. Total force on wall PQRS. Wall versus force, means force in the x direction. So it will be simply called as Fx. So that will be f1x plus f2x, so on up to force by nth particle, total force. Now let us find the total force on the wall PQRS by all particles. Add all these forces. What is f1x? Sir, m c1x square upon L. Okay. Plus what is f2x? Sir, m c2x square upon L. Shall I rub this? Plus so on up to force by the nth particle is mass of the nth particle. All particles have same mass. Cnx square upon L. Fine, sir. Now everyone just keep on writing along with me. Sir, this m upon L, can we take common? Yes, we can take common. But let it be as it is. This is logic number 6. This is logic number 6. Now we have net force. Now we have net force. Similarly, why only force in the x direction is considered? Why not y? Why not z? So let us consider y and z also. So similarly, or let me take this common. Okay, let me put bracket c1x square, c2x square, so on up to cnx square. Okay, and then we write this, then let me write this as logic number 6, and then again similarly, okay, force in the y direction. Force in the y direction means this MLRS surface, force on this MLRS surface. That will be what? Sir, M upon L in the bracket. What should I write? Just replace these x by y. Perfect. C1y square, C2y square plus CNY square. डेरिवेशनला घाबरून जाऊ नका. पाठ करायचं का सर असं वाटेल? नाही, पाठ करायचं नाही. मला पाठ आहे का? मी कसं करायला लागलो? न बघताच करायला लागलो. म्हणजे लॉजिकल सिक्वेन्स काहीतरी आहे, येईल हळूहळू तुम्हाला येईल. मी सांगतोय ना, मग येईल. मी बघून करायला का? नाही, बघून करत नाहीये. fx झाला, fy झाला. चला इथंच लिहूया. लेट अस राइट हियर इटसेल्फ fz. हा, m upon L in the bracket C1, C1z square, C2z square. No, what shall I write? Correct, I'm writing correct. Plus up to CNZ square. Okay, hope all these points are clear to you now. Fx, fy, fz, just replace x by y and then replace all the y's by z. Fine. Now F. Sir, this is the force in the x direction, this is the force in the y direction, this is the force in the z direction. So which force should be considered for calculating pressure? Average of this. फक्त x मधला का घ्यायचा सर, फक्त y मधला का घ्यायचा, फक्त z मधला का घ्यायचा? नाही, एक काहीतरी घ्यायला पाहिजे. So we'll take f as fx plus fy plus fz upon 3. Okay sir, fine. Now do this calculation wisely. Don't write all these things again. Don't write all these things again. We know that we have to add fx, fy and fz. While adding, we will get this m upon L, m upon L, m upon L common. So I will write that m upon L common as it is in the bracket. Now this square bracket plus this square bracket plus this square bracket, it means that c1x square plus c2y square, sorry, c1x square, c1y square, c1z square, one bracket, c2x square, c2y square, c2z square, second bracket, and cnx square, cny square, cnz square, third bracket. Okay sir. We will listen to you and we will write round bracket. C1x square, C1y square plus C1z square plus what is the second bracket? C2x square, C2y square plus C2z square up to what? Up to last bracket Cnx square plus Cny square plus Cnz square. Fine. So these are the brackets. Whole divided by. Whole divided by. Just try to understand whole divided by this 3. So this is our force on any of the wall. कुठल्याही एका वॉल वरती आता किती फोर्स आहे? On an average, this is the force. On an average, this is the force acting on the wall. Okay, sir. Fine. Are you getting this? On an average, what is the force? Don't take it as fx. Don't take it as fy. Take the average. On an average, this is the force acting on any wall. This is the force acting on any wall. Fine. Now we have the force acting on the wall. We have force acting on the wall. So can I write this as this m upon L upon 3 as m upon 3L? M upon L upon 3, m upon 3L. What is this? X component square plus y component square plus z component square is C1 square. C1 square. Yes, no. This is C2 square. This is Cn square. So shall I write C1 square plus C2 square? See, square of the speed. First logic. That first logic is now being used. Up to Cn square. Okay, sir. Fine. Are you getting this? Are you getting this? Now this is the force. Okay, sir. No problem. Call this as logic number 7. Because now the last logic will come. How much time we have? Only 8 seconds we have. Fine. Now let us try to find out the answer. Force upon area. What is the area, surface area of the cube? What is the surface area of any face? L square. L square.